Challenging the status quo is what we're going to do today on today's episode.
You are listening to the Champion Hustle Podcast. Play to succeed in business and in life. Featuring Levi Hunsaker and Ryan Black.
Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the Champion Hustle Podcast. This is episode number 52. I'm Ryan Black. 52. And for episode 52, Levi is on mute. I do not hear you, Levi.
What?
Now I hear you.
Man, I screwed it up already. That's okay.
That's how we roll, man. That's how we roll. How you doing today, Levi?
Pretty good. 52 weeks. Can you believe it's been that long already?
Man, one full year. And to celebrate our birthday, I sound like a robot, which is cool. Either that or I just hit puberty. One of the two.
I've heard it both ways.
This is cool though, man. 1 year into it, lots of topics, lots of real estate, lots of business, lots of mindset. It's been a fun journey. It's been cool.
Yeah, and it's not over. We're gonna still keep going. So keep coming back for more.
Yeah.
So before we get started today, what special announcement do we have for them, Ryan?
Our special announcement is we are going to have a birthday giveaway. Right? Normally when it's your birthday, people give you presents. But this time we're going to do it the other way around. So we said, why don't we have a present or some presents for our listeners of the podcast? So we are going to do a birthday giveaway. Are we announcing details on that this week, or are we going to do that next week?
No, not yet. But Stay tuned for details. Okay. It's coming, but we want you to really think about what this gift is going to be. What's it going to be?
Yep. So we're excited. We've been chatting about it and figuring out all the details. But we are going to do a fun birthday celebration giveaway for you guys. So stay tuned on that, and we look forward to sharing that with you either next week or technically with our air dates. Like this is the 52nd episode, but air date wise we haven't because July is the first.
So it's going to be in our birthday month of July for Champion Hustle. So we'll tease that out there. It's going to go the whole month of July, and just stay tuned for details.
Yeah, for sure. Now today's episode, I know we've got a couple of appointments that got backed up to our recording today. So today's episode is going to be short and sweet, but it is a topic that we're looking. We have a schedule where we plan out the content on the episodes. We try to really mix it up and give you guys a good variety of different topics that we feel will be the most beneficial for you. And this week we said, what is it that folks are facing right now? One of the biggest challenges that we think our listeners are facing, and what we came up with is, over the last year, a lot of really bad habits have been formed by a lot of people, and just because of what happened in the world. And so we're saying, okay, a lot of those habits or tendencies are going to be holding people back and preventing you from taking things to the next level, from progressing in your business, from progressing in life. So we just kind of wanted to touch on that a little bit and kind of have a heart-to-heart with you guys about, hey, what kind of excuses and justifications and laziness and other things have you implemented? I know I have over the last year that are holding you back moving forward in your business.
Yeah, and I mean this could be anything from your Netflix binging habits to your food binging habits. I mean, that's one of my vices right now is, maybe not eating the healthiest that I could. And so, when those habits affect us personally, that also affects our business. And a lot of people don't really think about that. They don't see the negative impacts of personal decisions on business. And it all comes down to mindset. Anything where you aren't feeling the best that you can, you're not going to perform to your optimal performance. You're not going to have clarity of mind. You're not going to have the ability to get into that creative space, which is what we all as entrepreneurs need to be able to do, is be in a creative space, because that's when real progress happens in our business. And you know, the best way that I've heard this say is that you can have your excuses or you can have success, but you can't have both.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, one thing is we get accustomed to whatever it is that we're doing, whatever the norm is, whatever the status quo is, and change can be difficult, right? It's uncomfortable. If, you know, one example that we are aware of is, you know, as investors, we have a phenomenal investor community that of folks that we work with and support. And, you know, over the last year, a lot of those kind of community activities have had to transition to online out of necessity because of, you know, health department orders and state restrictions and things like that. Even if we wanted to, we couldn't have met in a large group face to face. It simply wasn't going to happen. And, you know, business is all about relationships. And like, I don't care who you are, there's simply no replacement for a face-to-face interaction with another person versus something virtual. It's just not the same. And regardless of how much the tech companies try to convince you otherwise, it's not the same. There's you're never going to be able to replace a face-to-face, two people being in the same room with, you know, their energy and everything that's going on with.
You mean
with
this right here is not a whole person?
No. Well, I don't know. I think you have legs.
For those of you on audio only, I'm kind of showing my little picture window for our recording. But
well, I saw you yesterday, and there was more of you than just.
I did have legs yesterday. That's true.
So I would assume you still do. I'm not sure. But yeah. But bottom line is so with the community, so we transitioned a lot of our stuff online, and so we're seeing how a lot of these folks that we work with, they, you know, like, well, I just kind of got comfortable, just kind of kicking back at home and, you know, plugging into the broadcast or the Zoom call or whatever it is, you know, that's going on. And it's just not the same. You're missing out on, you know, incredible opportunities by not saying, you know what? Okay, put on shoes. Well, put on pants.
Put on pants first.
Yeah. Step one, please put on pants. Put on shoes, and then, you know, come on down, because magic happens. Powerful things happen when you get together with other people who are like-minded and share a common goal, whether it be, you know, improving a relationship, improving a business, improving yourself, you know, whatever that is. It's powerful.
Yeah, I think from a comfort standpoint, when you get comfortable and you start noticing that you're not moving things forward just because you're comfortable, that's when I would actually get worried. So a lot of people, they get worried when they're feeling uncomfortable. And as an entrepreneur, if you are feeling comfortable, that should be a major giant red flag for you, because what you actually have to do is get comfortable being uncomfortable. If you're not challenging yourself, if you're not pushing things forward, if you're not feeling like you're even a little bit out of your depth, you got a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, once you start getting comfy, that's when the mediocrity sets in, the conformity. Yeah. And that's the antithesis of hustle. And I don't know if you guys have heard this or realized this over the last 52 episodes, but we kind of embrace the hustle, because that's what pushes you forward and keeps you progressing and realizing the best version of yourself possible. So yeah, we don't want to stifle that hustle in any way. Now, there is a balance. You've got to find that balance in your hustle. Some folks, they take the other extreme where it's just always more, and that's, I mean, that's not. I was going to say tampoco, like that's not.
Ryan's wife is from Colombia, so sometimes he just reverts inherently back to Spanish.
Like crap. What's the word in English for that? Either way, that's not something that we want to embrace. It's a balanced hustle that combines gratitude for what we've accomplished, gratitude for what we have, and the desire to continue progressing and continue creating and becoming more.
Yeah, so it's not a greed pursuit. It's not the pursuit of more just for the pursuit of more. It's the pursuit of improvement. And that process and that journey is really what comes down to getting better, even just 1% better. If you could become 1% better every single day for 365 days, that actually works out to like 3,700 times better if you just do 1% better. I don't know about the math of it, but you don't have to be like drastic or anything. It's just, can I be just a little bit better than I did yesterday? Consistent improvement, consistent stepping up and pushing yourself, getting a little bit outside of the comfort zone, outside of the boundaries, and really taking that and moving forward.
Yeah, one acronym that I learned years ago that I enjoy is they relate to that is called CANI, C-A-N-I. Constant,
Tony Robbins.
Yep, constant and never-ending improvement. So having that kind of that attitude or that paradigm of, you know what, CANI, even if it's like you said, even if it's just 1%. So many times we try to look and say, oh, I got to just do this extreme change, extreme makeover, extreme shift. Dude, extreme doesn't work. Like it's small and subtle, step by step, day by day, and constantly, challenging what is the status quo, what is my status quo, what, excuses or rationalizations am I making for myself that are now resulting in the performance and, and the outcome that I currently have received in my relationships, in my business, in my health, in my life, in everything, my financial outlook, and in challenging that. And being real, but you got to be real with yourself and accept the fact that a lot of what you're doing, and I include myself in this, is bad. It's incorrect. It could be better. So you got to challenge that.
Yeah, and I think as you're trying to figure out what you're going to do, you've got to figure out what you can do consistently. If you can take committed, consistent action and say, you know what, I can't do this thing 5 days a week, but I can do it 2 days a week. And you start there. Start where you're at, and then take that next step. A lot of people try to make a giant leap, and they fall flat on their face. So instead, just start where you can be consistent, and that's going to actually help you be successful in whatever endeavors you're trying to do.
Yep, absolutely. So, well, we said that today's episode was going to be short and sweet. We meant it. Hopefully you've received some value in the thoughts that we brought up today. And we do truly invite you to be real with yourself and do a SWOT analysis. Go back to our, let's see, where is it? Episode 19. Episode 19, and where we talk about SWOT analysis and perform a SWOT analysis on the different areas of your wife.
I don't recommend that.
Yeah, no, on
not your wife, your life.
A Freudian slip there. You want to do that on your life, and if you're not familiar with the SWOT, you can just review episode 19 where we cover that in depth. But that's our invitation for you, and we really hope you guys have a phenomenal week. Next week, Levi, what's on the docket for next week?
We've got some stuff we're working on. Nothing is finalized yet, but stay tuned for more because we are going to have some good episodes coming up. I'm excited.
Awesome. Until then, have a great week, everybody.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Champion Hustle podcast. For more great content and to join our online community, visit us at championhustle.com.